Sci-Ho.
So ever since posting our review of the Bowers Wilkins PX Wireless headphones, we received loads of comments both on technuovo.com and on our YouTube video on comparing Bowers Wilkins PX Wireless with the Bose QuietComfort 35-2s. So I think it's actually a difficult one to answer because both headphones are extremely great and they perform very similarly to one another, but I don't think that is really the answer you want to hear. So what we've done is we've broken down some of the advantages and disadvantages of owning one of these pairs of headphones against the other. So first off, I want to say that these headphones I think have been designed to look really nice. So I think it actually does come down to things like the build quality, the materials used, and how comfortable they are if you are going to be wearing them for a long period of time. Now in our individual reviews I did test the longevity of the headsets and I will leave those links in the description below, so I won't be going through that too much in this video. So I just want to really speak about the other qualities that I mentioned. So first off, the Bose headphones are made from this very soft touch matte black plastic, and I think over the Bowers & Wilkins headphones they've actually decided to use a bit more of a premium kind of material, as it is covered in metal and there are metal headbands, metal that follows the cable down to the actual headphone itself. And I do think that the actual Bose headphones, the Bose QuietComfort 35 headphones, would be more likely to break under pressure, as they are a lot flimsier, and even things like the hinges and the joints, although there is a metal kind of strap inside the adjustable headband, I still think things like the joints around here are just a little bit flimsier, and the plastic joints that are there on the actual ear cups when you fold them in as well. Whereas Bowers & Wilkins have generally pretty much actually stuck to metal the whole way through. I mean, there's no kind of plastic bits on here at all. Even on the inside of the actual ear cups that are removable, there's no kind of plastic there. So overall, I think the actual build quality of the Bowers & Wilkins headphones are much better. But that's not always the best thing, because the Bose, being made primarily from plastic, are a lot lighter than the Bose PX Wireless headphones. Which means that if you are going to be wearing these on your head for a long period of time, they're going to be ever so comfortable. I have found with the PX Wireless headphones that after a long period of time they can start to kind of clamp your head just sort of around here a bit too much, and it starts to get a little bit uncomfortable. And I have noticed that I have taken these off of my head just to give my ears a bit of breathing space before re-listening to music again, because they do clamp the head quite tightly. Now they are pretty much over-ear headphones. Your ears are designed to go inside of the ear cup, which does mean that they do feel a little bit restricted. Where with the Bose headphones, although still meant to be designed for over-ear headphones, I've still thought, if I put them on that way, I mean, my ears do fit inside of the cans quite nicely. And the actual comfort with the padded ear cups here and the actual weight of the headphones, these are incredibly comfortable to wear, and you could get away with wearing these for a long period of time as well. Think long haul flight, 10 hours type headphones. These on the other hand, I mean, although they're very comfortable sort of around your crown, around the head strap of the actual headphones, it's just the clamping force of the actual headphones is just a little bit too strong for my liking for sort of long periods of use. Now, one thing is that I do actually prefer the look of the Bowers & Wilkins headphones. They do come in two different colours. One is like a navy blue with a gold, and then you've got your silver one here. And I do think they look like a much, should we say, fresher pair of headphones to the market, where we've seen this kind of design before. I know that Bowers & Wilkins do follow this kind of trend of having the exposed cable down the outside, which I am a little bit worried about breaking, whereas Bose has no exposed cables whatsoever. But I just think the overall aesthetic and the overall premium look to these headphones is a lot better than the Bose. I think the Bose look very plain, although they're very minimalist. They look a little bit smart, but they are just a little bit plain, and these just look a little bit more edgy and funky, I think. Now, one thing about the Bowers and Wilkins headphones is that their drivers are on the inside of the ear cups are actually angled. Now, what this does is this creates a much larger virtual soundstage compared to something like the Bose, where their ear cups are directly firing into the ears. These are not quite firing into the ears, making your music sound a lot wider when it's actually circulating around the inside of the ear cup. And it does actually make music tracks sound quite nice and quite full compared to the Bose headphones. So if we move on to the actual performance of both headphones, I want to say first that things that are very, very similar between the two. They both use Bluetooth to connect to your mobile phone. They both have apps which work slightly differently, and they both have active noise cancelling technology built into the actual headphones. Now, if we talk about the actual apps, which really acts as a driver for the noise cancelling technology for these headphones, on the Bose app, you have 3 different options. You have high noise cancelling technology, you have low noise cancelling technology, and completely off. Now, that works nicely if you just want to put like a blanket noise cancellation over your surroundings. But if you go into the Bose app, for example, you've got things like city mode or airplane mode that you can actually target individual sounds. So if you're on an airplane, for example, and you've got that droney kind of engine noise, the headphones will completely cut that out if you select that noise cancelling option. Now, that being said, if you do target that kind of noise, then you can have things like voices cut through that noise cancelling technology. And then one of the air hostess come up to you and ask you a question. You will still be able to hear them through the actual noise cancelling technology. Whereas with the Bose, you would have to set it to maybe the lower noise cancelling technology, so you'd be able to have things like voices pass through. Now, the other option on there is office, so you can completely cut out background talking, for example, but it will still cut through anyone that's on top of you. So if anyone comes up to your desk and asks you a question, that kind of thing, you will still be able to hear their voice come through the noise cancelling technology. And I think for this reason, the actual noise cancelling technology of the Bowers and Wilkins headphone really do outperform Bose. And that's literally just because you can subjectively remove certain sounds from your surroundings, from your environment. Now, I want to say, before I move on to any kind of music quality or music performance, that these headphones are really market leaders. You cannot beat these, and both headphones sound absolutely astonishing when it does come to music playback. Now, what I did notice is that the Bose QuietComfort 35-2 headphones do sound a little soft, and when you do compare them to the Bowers and Wilkins PX Wireless, they lose a little bit of kind of subtle detail in quieter instruments. Now, that's not to say that these are bad headphones, they're not, and if you did use these pair of headphones, you will probably be extremely happy with the way your music is sounding. But for any of you audiophiles out there that are very interested in the detail of the actual music, then the Bowers and Wilkins PX Wireless are definitely going to perform better than the Bose. I think as well what helps with this is the angled drivers inside the ear cups, that they just offer that much wider soundstage compared to the Bose headphones or any other headphones that we've actually listened to here on TechNuovo. And I think having that kind of technology built into the Bose headphones just make it a better listen. I mean, it's definitely swings and roundabouts with both headphones, because yes, these do sound better, but you can wear these for much, much longer, and the sound on these aren't bad. I'm not saying that they're awful headphones, they're not, they're superb. So don't get me wrong and think I'm preferring one over the other, because I'm not. I'm just giving you a detailed look into some of the more prominent features of these particular headphones that people have left in the comments that they want to know. So overall, the sound quality of the Bowers and Wilkins headphones performs better than the Bose, but the Bose you can wear for a long period of time. Now, other features I want to talk about. There are 2 prominent features, one on each headphones, that make these stand out. Now, if we talk about the Bose first, Bose have this button here, which actually links through to what's called Google Assistant, which is basically Android's version of Siri. You can ask it questions and it can find answers online for you. Now, having it built into the headphones means that you don't have to, let's say if you receive a text message, you don't have to pull your phone out of your pocket to read that text message. You can press this button here and the Google Assistant will notify you on any kind of notifications waiting for you on your phone. You can also use the Google Assistant to narrate back that notification to you, so it will read that text message to you, and you can also even reply to that text message all from using that button here. Now, there are ways to navigate your mobile phone as well, so you can go to various different menu settings. You could go to different apps all through the Google Assistant button on there. Now, I'm not sure how useful that is on a pair of headphones and whether someone would rather opt to pull their mobile phone out of their pocket and use it physically in their hands. I'm not sure. Personally, I wouldn't use the Google Assist button because I would rather use the phone, and I think walking down the street talking to your mobile phone isn't going to be the best look in the world. So the feature that I would like to talk about that's present on the Bowers Wilkins PX Wireless headphones is the fact that it's got little sensors built into the actual headphones itself. Now, what they do is, for example, if you're walking down the road listening to your music, like so, and then someone comes up to you and starts making conversation, you can lift that ear cup and it would pause whatever music is playing. So if you've got it connected to your mobile phone through your Spotify app, it would pause the music so you can then listen to what that person's saying to you. If you then put your headphone back onto your ear, it would detect that the headphones are now on your head and it would resume playing from the point that the music paused. Now, other features include that if you do put them down on a desk, it would notice that it's not on the head anymore and it will sense that it's been put down onto some kind of desk or tabletop, and it will go into an automatic standby mode, which saves a lot of time on the battery. So you're really getting a decent amount of listening time on a fully charged battery. And it also means that you don't have to muck around with turning these headphones on and off either, because the battery life, I will mention, on both headphones is 22 hours. The Bose, I do know, is if you use them on a cabled connection, so if you use the 3.5mm jack cable, it will go up to 40 hours. But because you've got such a long battery time on there, you're not listening to music for 22 hours non-stop. I can't see anyone doing that. So when you take your headphones off, you don't have to muck around with turning them on and off, and you can just leave them on their standby mode and then put them back on your head to resume listening to where the music was paused, which I think is a wonderful feature to have on the headphones. Now, if there's one thing I do want to speak about with the both different headphones is the fact that they do come with their very own carry cases. Now, the Bose, if we look at this one at the moment, comes with a solid carry case. So if you do put these headphones into a bag, you know that they're not really going to get that damaged because this case is really quite large. It comes with a little foam insert as well to keep them in place, but it essentially looks like that. So you can close them up, zip it up like that, and then you've got a pretty solid carry case there. So if you do put it in a busy handbag or a backpack, for example, and it gets thrown around, you're not going to be too worried about these breaking. Now, saying that, you've got this quilted kind of pouch for the Bowers Wilkins headphones, which, because these don't fold up at all, they do twist around, but you have to put them inside the bag just like you would a normal pair of headphones. They don't fold up or anything, and that's how they sit inside their case. Now, the quilted case isn't padded, and if you do put these in a busy bag, they could suffer some kind of crushing damage if things are going to be piled on top of them. Now, they are made from metal, which are a lot stronger than the Bose headphones, but I would still be wary of sticking these at the very, very bottom of my bag, just so you don't put any stress on the headband or that exposed wire connection leading from the headband to the headphone can itself. Inside the actual carry cases as well, there are pouches that you can carry around different cables. So if you want to take the 3.5mm jack cable with you, there's space for that, as well as the USB charging cable, and that is available in both cases, both carry cases as well. Now, I didn't want to make this video to rip these pair of headphones apart and claim that one is the victor over the other. They're not. And I think that these headphones here are absolutely superb and definitely two of the best headphones on the market that you could buy at the moment, minus any kind of really expensive audiophile quality headphones out there. especially amplifier headphones, that kind of thing. But if you are looking for a pair of headphones that you want to wear on a commute to work, or you want to wear around the house without being tied down to an amplifier, then these headphones are two of the best on the market at the moment. I wanted to make this video because there were a few comments in our Bowers Wilkins and Bose headphone videos, and then also on technovo.com as well, where we have some in-depth reviews of these. I'll leave all the links in the descriptions. But there were comments on there asking to compare these two headphones, and I've hopefully done that for you, and I didn't want to be objective over one or the other. I love these headphones, both of them. They were absolutely superb to test and to use in my day-to-day life, but there are features on one or the other that do shine over the opposite, so that's really what I wanted to get across. You've got an extremely great sounding, pretty comfortable pair of headphones that you could wear for a long period of time over something that could arguably sound a little bit better than the Bose, but you cannot keep these on your head for as long as these because they're not as comfortable. But there's still a cracking set of headphones. So I hope this video clears up any kind of debate that you may have over whether to go for the Bowers Wilkins PX Wireless or the Bose QuietComfort 35-2s. If you did enjoy this video, then do click that like button. Please do subscribe to keep up with all of our latest tech and gaming videos. And also leave a comment below letting us know which headphones you would go for and whether you're a fan of the Bowers Wilkins PX Wireless or you're more of a Bose QuietComfort 35-2s person. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next review.